scribes and journalists are being beaten up for merely reporting the truth on ground. Ambassador Deepak Vora, former Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs and former diplomat, joins us on this important conversation. Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense analyst, is also here with us. Sanjay Kumar, senior international journalist, is also joining us. He is the India correspondent for Arab News.
Thank you very much, Mr. Malhotra. A pleasure always to be with you, with Major Shah.
Mohammed Ali Shah, do you think that this same behavior, this same kind of demeanor and disposition is what Taliban was uprooted for in the first place? And the Americans just left a whisker ago, and they have already started garnering international headlines for this pathetic behavior. They're basically inviting trouble.
It's just a start, mate. They have just begun. And the Taliban, we all know, they are known for their brutality. It's become a paradox now. Anyone misbehaves or don't behave like a Talibani. So they have got branded. They've been branded there. And a journalist, you would be doing better. Who are respected for bringing out news before everyone, who function in the most disturbed areas, who risk their lives. Here they're not respecting journalists, they are actually being very brutal with them. In the last 5 years, 27 journalists in Afghanistan have lost their lives by these Talibanis. Imagine when Taliban was not even, they were not even ruling at that time, the American army was there. So now you can imagine what the Talibanis are going to do. Now these two young men, Tari Daryabi and Nemat Naqvi, they were just doing the job. One was a reporter, other was a cameraman, and they detained them and they took them to a police station where they brutally beat them up, and the photos were there. I mean, I've seen the photos on Twitter. It was really bad. And now Taliban claims that no, all they were asked to do was to leave the location. How ridiculous is that for covering a protest by women because women wanted their rights? Suhail Shaheen, the spokesperson, just a few days back I watched an interview with a foreign lady journalist, a foreign anchor. She was anchoring him. And then imagine the hypocrisy where they said, earlier they had said we will give equal right to women, we will allow them to work. The Talibanis in fact went to a hospital and they spoke to the doctors over there. They said, you are our sisters, you have nothing to fear, please continue doing your job, you're doing a good job and we're very proud of you. All farce, all hogwash. But yet at that time they had said that, they will not let the ladies anchor. But now when their own spokesperson is sitting on an interview with a lady anchor, I think it's a hypocrisy of the highest order. Secondly, these people have taken a full a full contract of looking after Islam, it seems. Wrong. They have no idea, they do not know S of Sharia, I of Islam, M of being a Muslim. They have nothing, no idea. And you have to understand one more thing, that they have a travel culture in Afghanistan. Now if you take out the statistics, in the cabinet, 33 Pashtuns, 1 Tajik, 2 Uzbeks, no Hazara, no lady. I mean, they are doing, and they have already shown 2 fingers to the world by actually getting terrorists, Rajuddin Haqqani. FBI is in hunt for him, is in search for him. There is a reward and award of millions of dollars on his head. He was responsible for the Kabul hotel attack in 2008, on the Indian embassy attack, where we have suffered the maximum casualty. Indians, my own Indian senior, Colonel Seema Mishra, her husband was martyred when he was in Kabul, in the embassy blast over there, which was done by the Haqqani network. And now when, just about 2 or days back, when General Faiz Hamid visited Kabul, he went there to negotiate for the Haqqani network to get... Sorry?
Go ahead, Ali, go ahead, finish your thought.
He went there to negotiate seats for the Haqqani network. And now it is Pakistan basically which is going to be controlling Taliban. It is Pakistan who is going to be elder brother. Well, why elder brother? Pakistan is going to be... And if you see one more thing logically, where was Osama bin Laden found? Quetta, Pakistan. Who changed the right bombers? It's been proved. Pakistan. Well, I'll just finish it on this note, Vineet. 9th March 2019, there was a UN General meeting where in February, just a month earlier, not even a month earlier in fact, there were these Pulwama attacks and Maulana Masood Azhar, there was a proposal from India to to declare him as a global terrorist. China, the permanent member, who became a permanent member thanks to India only, put its foot down. And now it took us months to declare him as a global terrorist in the UN. Now when Rajuddin Haqqani himself is there in the global list, you can imagine how difficult it is to come in the global list of the UN, of the US.
And he holds a prominent position there, Sanjay. The OIC not condemning these acts.
No, they have been really silly in believing what their spokespersons, Haibullah Mujahid and Suhail Shine have been feeding the media. They have changed only in terms of getting an image makeover through social media. They sit in Qatar and learn in Instagram. They learn that PR has become stronger. So they were probably perhaps hoping that Taliban would be a changed version this time. But no, Vineet, a leopard never changes its spots. And Taliban will remain Taliban. There is no question of that. On 27 September 1997, they hung their president, their own president. Can you imagine that? Dr. Mohammed Ali Shah, who was only 49 years old, on a lamppost, who was taking shelter in a UN office. They dragged him out from there. How barbaric can you get? If they did that to their own president, they can just. And one more thing, if you observe, if you just make your observation, Vineet, the images you see of Taliban pointing weapons at women and cheering them, the women really don't seem much affected by them actually. Why? Because they're immune to that torture from them. They expect this kind of behavior. It's not anything unusual for them. These are things they have been happening, unfortunately and sadly. And and Taliban, I don't think, just before the start of the session, Ambassador Bora and we were just discussing that this government will not last for too long, the Taliban government. I can give you reasons for that. One is because obviously they've shown two fingers to the world that we will do what we want. They will not get any support. China will not go on funding them for free forever. They are sadly mistaken. Pakistan themselves cannot afford it. They do not have money to pay their next month's salary. So Taliban, I don't think it's going to last for too long actually.
All right. On that note, on that positive note that they're not going to last for too long,